1-2, is this thing on? Welcome to 2026 here on Coventry United TV. Liam Cook taking you through the action from the comfort of your own home because it is absolutely Baltic out here. It's like we've ended up in Siberia on the other side of the new year. But here we are in the snow, in the cold, bringing you the best of the action between Coventry United and Marchtown United. Let's get into your starting lineups, kicking off with our visitors of March. Starting for March today, Jonah Gill, Sam Green, Adam Brunby, Matthew Foy, Danny Emmington, Kevin King, Rio Henson, Ben Tate, Ruben Marshall, Toby Allen and Florian Sagwim. And for Coventry United, just one change to the lineup from the Borough game. Dan Moore starts in goal, a back line of Harry Sawyer, Danny Fraser, Adam Miles and Steph Morley as Charlie Faulkner getting up close and comfort with Adam Brunby. In midfield, Luke Downs, Charlie Shaw, Riley Devoyle, and up front, Ryan Harkin, Charlie Faulkner and Cody Mullen. And the action is underway. Coventry United in their usual red and green attire with the black lining, and March in their changed strip of all blue this afternoon on a freezing cold afternoon in Coventry. This game is going to warm your cockles over the next couple of hours. It's Coventry United in 7th, just outside those playoff places. They need to be in the top 5 at the end of the season, of course, to get a chance at step 4. And March currently in 2nd as Cody Mullen got the wrong side of the back line, but the offside flag is up as he sends it soaring over the woodwork. Oh no, Coventry City action today. The EFL taking a well-earned rest after a hectic festive period, but the Premier League is up and raring to go with 2 matches at 3 o'clock. Aston Villa with a 3-1 victory over Nottingham Forest in the early kickoff. Elsewhere, Brighton take on Burnley and Wolves versus West Ham in a relegation 6-pointer. And then this evening, it's Bournemouth versus Arsenal. We'll also let you know what's going on around the grounds for the matches that have survived. However, a lot of them haven't due to the ridiculously cold temperatures as well as the snow. The Coventry United board and volunteers, even Chairman Ray Nowak here early this morning to clear the pitch of snow. Conditions like this are really the only thing that can stop a game on an artificial surface, but thankfully it has been deemed ready to play as Charlie Shaw looking for the run down the right hand side of Charlie Faulkner, and it's ended up all the way in the corner for a throw-in. And Marchtown United try and prevent themselves being caged in at that end of the park. Danny Emmington with the throw-in. He has blue shirt in front of him. He's got to find one. He cannot afford to give up possession in this area of the park. It's upfield from Emmington. Glanced on with the head of Toby Allen, and Luke Downs, no nonsense stuff, nudges it out, and it will be a throw-in on the halfway line to March, which Emmington will take again. Sagwim giving the ball to the big number 5. United were hoping to bring in a new signing today in Zazie, but unfortunately due to car problems, he's unable to make the game today. So Benji Adamarco has been drafted in at the last minute. And oh, what an effort that was. Deflected agonisingly wide from Ruben Marshall. Who knows where it would have ended up without that little nick from the United man. And the corner to come from the right-hand side for Marchtown United, currently 2nd in the league. That draw against Manchester in the last game of 2025 may cost them in the end, and it's a costly effort, that one from long range. Rio Henson sends it high, wide, and not at all handsome. And the United coaching staff on the far side of the field, Terry Anderson, Luke Morton, Gary Hardick, Lucy Stead as well, the physio. They're braving the conditions. The United players are wrapped up underneath the scoreboard. Little chip on the way for on Sam Green. Referee says nothing doing. Through ball towards Ryan Harkins. And Butterick came from Cavan King at centre-back. Here's Steph Morley. Charged down by Marshall. United have the throw level with their own penalty area. Oh, we've got to give the fans the credit they deserve today. It's a bitterly cold afternoon, but they're here supporting their red and greens. Charlie Shaw in the centre circle, and Faulkner was the target, but he lost his footing, and now Emmington striding away. Cutting through, still going, it's Emmington! Curls it just over. Early signal of intent from Marchtown United, a couple of efforts away towards Dan Moore in the United nets, who was a busy fellow against Nuneaton. After the opening goal from the Red and Greens, Nuneaton took charge of that match, and they came so close to taking something out of it. They should have had an equaliser in added time, but Benji Anamarco unselfishly tried to square when he had an open goal. Faulkner runs into trouble. Block made by Mullen. And Green trying to juggle the ball away from the former Nuneaton man. The ball trickles into the area from Mullen's boot, and it's a grateful gather for the keeper. Joe McGill, the man between the posts for the Hares. Charlie Shaw, frustration from Sagwin there. He didn't get some help as he loses out to the Red and Greens. And Cody Mullen looking for, I think he was looking for Ryan Harkin there. But Blue Wall stands in front of him and just into their own half. United have the throw in. Harry Sawyer has got Luke Downs for company. Plays it through to Devoyle, the captain. Here's Downs. Downs and Devoyle haven't started a lot of games together recently. It's either been one or the other for the last few games. Wide with Morley. Here's Cody Mullen. Got that last-minute winner against Newport Pagnell a few weeks ago, his old club. One of 7 away matches Coventry United still have to play this season, and that's not counting their journey in the FA Vars, which will continue in 2 weeks against GNG Opie Town here at the Butts. Mullen, high one towards Charlie Faulkner, turned away by Matt Foy. The throw-in quickly taken. Here's Morley. Spots Sawyer in space on the right. He has to backtrack, but keeps it in. Sargwin putting him under pressure. Hook back into Roddy Devoyle, but the interception made by Brunby. Tate. And now here's Sam Green. Henson. His path covered up by Danny Fraser. A throw in halfway between halfway line and penalty area for the visiting Hares, Marchtown United. Green's throw. And there was a collision there. Boot into the sternum of Toby Allen from Mullen. No doubt he was going for the ball, but the referee just wants to make sure that Allen is okay. One of the extra bites that conditions like this bring is everything hurts. If you get smacked by a ball, you get a little nick through, it hurts that little bit more. The nerves are a lot more sensitive. And of course, it's not exactly a soft service here at the Butts Park Arena, even on a warm day. Artificial surfaces may be good for all weather terrains, but they're not exactly soft landing pads for players who go in for a slide tackle. It's played out with Steph Morley, a veteran of non-league for many years. Lofted ball towards Danny Fraser, turns his man and tripped from behind. Sam Green tangling with the United left back, who is always dangerous in those crossing opportunities. And United have a crossing kick a couple of yards down line from the penalty area, just in from the left touch line. A word of warning for Green, but nothing more than that for now. And Riley Devoyle lining it up, United keeping 4 back. I'll make that free as Downs gets into what we like to call the Paul Scholes position. Ready to volley from the edge of the area. Fraser's offering his services too. Riley Devoyle is looking towards the penalty area. It's in by Devoyle. The keeper sees it and has to punch clear. A corner it will be for the Red and Greens. I don't think the low setting sun was doing Jonah Gill any favours there. Danny Fraser trudges over to take this corner for the red and greens. Well, at least 3 matches postponed today. Coventry looking to light things up, and Devoyle on the edge of the area, didn't get the connection right, was trying to drill it back in. Here's Sagwim. Henson's to his left. And I'm looking for Tate. Thump clear by Adam Miles. Emmington. And it scoops along the left touchline by Adam Brunby, but no one home for March, and Sawyer will let it bounce harmlessly out of play. Goal kick for Coventry United. About 10 minutes of play here on CUTV. Coventry United 0, Marchtown United 0. That early flurry from Marchtown United is over, and Coventry United now starting to take control. Morley, and Ryan Harkin brings it down, but the referee has blown for handball. It hit the underside of Harkin's right arm as he attempted to control in midfield. Harkin, of course, scoring his 20th goal of an incredible season against Nuneaton, which gave United the lead early on. Coventry forcing the Hares back into their burrow. Gill. And Sagwim couldn't control on the touchline. United had the throw. Brunby and Gill playing United into an opportunity. Miles to Sawyer. Devoyle back to Harry Sawyer. Now Adam Miles. At centre back for the Red and Greens has been a mainstay since his return to the club. It's a high one from Miles. Faulkner, indecision there, trying to make sure he was onside. Now it's all over Emmington, and Emmington just able to scramble it clear. March screaming over to the referee. I don't think Faulkner was sure he was onside either. And if he made that run a little bit earlier, then United could have been one-on-one. It's safely back in the United half now. Morley. Faulkner the target. Leaping header by Cavan King. Keeping Coventry at bay momentarily. Harkin looking to switch the play to Harry Sawyer. That's beautiful control from the right back. Pulls it behind to Luke Downs. Down to the high one into the area. The header does not keep Coventry United out. And now Roy Devoyle, handball claims. He gets the shot away without intervention from the referee, but he can't hit the target. And Emmington still remonstrating with the official on this near side about the earlier offside call against Charlie Faulkner. Emmington's got to get that out of his head. Needs to focus on what's to come rather than what's been and gone. Henson edges it past Luke Downs. And Toby Allen couldn't find a route through. Cleared as far as Adam Brunby. Brunby turns away from Shaw. Now Emmington's got to try and find a route home, and does. Here's Jonah Gill. Harkin making life difficult, but it's out towards Green, headed back to his defence by Cody Mullen, sent high into the winter sky by Fraser, won mid-air by Matt Foy. And Mullen shoulder to shoulder, brings it back for Coventry. Charlie Shaw, they're trying to play that chip pass over the back line. It worked against the knees, and that's how they got the opening goal from Danny Fraser's loop over Aaron Brown. And Mullen asking a tad too much of Charlie Faulkner. It just trickles away from him. Throw in level with the March penalty area to the away side. And Brunby taking a couple of yards too much for the referee's liking. An early goal at the Oval, and Nuneaton lead Newport Pagnell by 1-0 through Issa Sawyers in the 2nd minute. Well, Newport still harbouring hopes of a playoff charge themselves, so although United don't want to lose too much more ground to Nuneaton, it can't be a bad thing that, that Newport are failing to win at the moment. Sagwim. Sawyer's all over him here, forcing him back into his own half. Bromby. Even Marshall the target over the head of Marshall, and Luke Downs will send it back to Moore, and Coventry can regroup in their own box. Downs through the middle. Here's Cody Mullen. He's made a real impact since arriving from Nuneaton over the last couple of weeks. And Mullen now looking for the run of Charlie Faulkner, firmly back in the side after his injury problems. Faulkner forced towards the byline. Just able to keep within the confines of play, but Emmington with the interception, but a poor pass from the back. Cody Mullen and Charlie Shaw snatched at it. It would have been 3 points for Coventry Rugby Club, but it does nothing for the Red and Greens this afternoon. Oh, I try to think how the players are coping in thin shirts and shorts, but the commentator can barely feel his fingers at the moment. Faulkner, more sloppy defending from Marchtown United. The cross is in, headed up and out. Sagwim trying to judge the bounce, but loses possession to Sawyer, nudges him aside and gets it back quickly, but Sawyer's not giving up. The clearance eventually from Florian Sagwim, but only as far as Luke Downs. To Voyle, now into the centre circle with Morley. Downs again. Here's Adam Miles. Sawyer to Downs. Acres of space for Fraser. If he can find him, it's slightly under hit. The header upfield by Green. And now Rio Henson is away here for Marchtown United. Have Coventry United left themselves exposed. He tried to square it for Ruben Marshall, but it's gobbled up at the near post by Moore. Mullen, can he curl it around for Charlie Shaw? That's his intention. Brumby trying to keep up. Here is Charlie Shaw. That control takes it into the path of Brumby, but Shaw. Emmington thumping it clear as Charlie Shaw trying to get Coventry United on the straight and narrow. Mullen. It's a beautiful dink towards Ryan Harkin. And Harkin surely offside as the ball was played by Charlie Shaw. He didn't touch it, so play continues. Harkin with plenty back now, back heel towards Charlie Shaw, and a tip away, bounces off the line. Ryan Harkin finishes it. Goals, goals, goals. It's what Ryan Harkin does. Goal number 21 for the season. The initial crack towards the net, bouncing off the crossbar. We'll have to check if it crossed. But the referee waved play on. United had another shot through Ryan Harkin. They just would not quit. And Gill, try as he might, couldn't keep the Red and Greens out of the Hairsborough. Coventry United lead by 1-0. Ryan Harkin with the opener. Goal for Coventry United, scored by number 9, Ryan Harkin. It's a great start for Coventry United, and Charlie Faulkner. It was almost like a spear on Adam Brumby. No doubt that's going to be a free kick. And a word of apology there to the referee, Adam Crosby-Smith. But Faulkner is going to have to be careful. That could well be his last warning. He's been embroiled in a personal rivalry with Brumby on this near side of the field in the early stages of this game. Low setting sun behind Moore's net is making life difficult for Marchtown United. They've got to try and find a route back, and good strength from Luke Downs to prize it away from Allen. And The target was Ryan Harkin down the left from Cody Mullen, but March had a man back. Henson runs it into touch with Danny Fraser on his shoulder, halfway into United turf. So if you're just joining us here on CUTV, Coventry United lead by 1-0. Morley, it's a high one towards Ryan Harkin and Sam Green. And to keep Coventry at bay for now. Here's Shaw. Luke Downs. Across to Adam Miles on this near side. Harry Sawyer. Miles into the middle and Steph Morley for the Red and Greens. Who the former Manchester United trainee look for. He's going long, he's going over towards Danny Fraser, and the flag is up. Offside against the Rugby Borough dual-regged left-back. It's been a great start for Coventry United against a side with title ambitions, like we said, just 2 points behind. They were level with Nuneaton heading into last weekend's fixture. Nuneaton beating Coventry United, only a 0-0 draw for March. And that's gone over the line. Who got the last touch? It will be a goal kick as Rio Henson trying to edge clear of Steph Morley. Morley up from the back. Towering header by King. Who can bring it down to Ryan Harkin with the glancing header on towards Charlie Faulkner, and back right came from Green. Ruben Marshall and Henson looking to meet the through ball, and just handing the back from Fraser was enough. Coventry knocking it about in midfield, but a misplaced ball from Steph Morley. Looked simple for Mullen. It rolled in front of him, the throw in front of the United technical area. Green, poorly placed pass into the feet of Rolly Devoyle. Coventry had men trying to race through the back line. The sliding block made, and still Coventry come forward with Harry Sawyer, but the cross whipped in from the right into the grateful grasp of Gill. Towards Sagwim on this near side. Again, Coventry United just outmanoeuvring March. The physicality on show from the Red and Greens is top notch. Morley. Danny Fraser and Devoyle's got the freedom of Coventry in the middle. And the offside flag now is up against Charlie Faulkner. It didn't reach him, so play will continue. Miles runs over it at the back for Coventry, but Downs collects. Harry Sawyer looking for Devoyle again, so about Faulkner again, I should say, and it hits Adam Brunby in the back. Coventry have the throw. And the throw from Sawyer is to Luke Downs. Still a little bit of snow on this near side of the field. It actually masks some of the rugby and American football lines, which has caught out a few goalkeepers in the past here. Sawyer and Charlie Shaw is calling for it, and Ryan Harkin is onside. Challenge is made by Emmington. It's flicked out wide. Shaw will retrieve. He's got Green to contend with. Devoyle, Downs, knocks it back to Steph Morley. Along the left touchline, Charlie Shaw inside to Riley Devoyle. Faulkner's calling for it on the far side, and Faulkner gets his wish. Charlie Faulkner pulls it away from Brumby, and now sets up the strike perhaps for Charlie Shaw. Harkin! And the fingertips of Gill denying him. The corner kick on the near wing for Coventry United, but Harkin hoped for more. Danny Fraser sets himself up. Now they're getting their marching orders from the bench. Fraser towards that far post, and it's not behind again for another corner. This time off the thigh of Foy. Try to say that 5 times fast. And Devoyle this time will take it from the left wing. Just head it up rather than out, but Brumby should race onto it. Shielded from Faulkner. And United think that should be another corner, and the referee, I believe he is signalling for the corner. The linesman was not certain, so he relied on the referee's decision, and he was pretty certain it would be a Coventry United corner. It came off the knee of the marchman. Towards the near post, headed back where it came from Emmington. Another delivery for Fraser, a little deeper this time. Off a march heading out the other side. Cody Mullen lets fly. It's been all Coventry United since that early 5-minute spell of pressure from March. A goal from the Premier League, and this one may surprise you. Wolves lead by 1-0. And in fact, it's just got better for Wolves. They've just got a penalty. Our resident Yam Yam down there, Nigel Ward, takes an interest in games from the Black Country. Gill looks to the right from the goal kick, claimed in the air by Mullen, but the seconds fall to Green. Pinballing around the centre of the park. Shaw just nicks it behind Sagwim and needs some help. He gets it from behind with Harry Sawyer. In fact, sends Sawyer a little further back than he would have liked. Harry Sawyer has got there. Sagwim tries to make it difficult for him, but a neat 1-2 with Devoyle allows United to escape. Clip upfield towards Cody Mullen. He's got a piece of the ball there. It's a good piece of the ball. The Coventry United have been given the free kick, I believe, here, as Emmington fell on top of Cody Mullen and wouldn't allow the United man to get back to his feet. It was a fair tackle from Mullen. And the yellow card is out for Emmington. Cody Mullen makes his peace with the March skipper. And Coventry will have the free kick. First card of the year for March's Danny Emmington. And Sagwim, a bit of gamesmanship there, trying to close off the angle for Fraser. He's certainly not the required 10 yards there, is Florian Sagwim. And March being told this time is being added on. And Sagwim was a good 3 yards too close to the line, to the free kick. Danny Fraser for Coventry United from a free kick. March did not need to concede. But it's a free kick they've dealt with pretty easily. Brunby swiping it clear. Mullen up for the seconds. And here is Cody Mullen, shoving the back from Foy. Referee says it's fair game. It's been a physical encounter, and Crosby Smith has tried to let play ebb and flow as much as he can. Here's Charlie Shaw, and the through ball to Harkin. Plenty of men back. They weren't enough, but Harkin just drags it across. We've had about half an hour here on CUTV. Coventry United 1, Marchtown United 0. Ryan Harkin with the opening goal, and he's looking set for more on this bitterly cold afternoon in Coventry. I think it's bitterly cold anywhere, actually. It feels more like Greenland than England at the moment. Well, the green on the Woods Park Arena surface is decidedly more white after the overnight weather. Gill distributes. Not off the back of Ben Tate by Mullen. Clear, Mullen again, Brumby again. Target is Marshall, volleyed firmly away by Steph Morley. Shaw. And Danny Fraser with nowhere to go on the left flank, so he plays it back with Moore. Down the heart of the field. Kevin King heads it to the right. And a juggling act from Tate. A bit of help from Henson. He's forced towards the touchline. And it's snatched from under his nose from Ryan Harkin. Mullen has got men forward, but they're all closed off at the moment. Still going Cody Mullen. Dribbling for a maze of blue. Devoyle down line, and here's Mullen. It's a move he's crafted. Will it be a move he finishes off? Not yet. Harry Sawyer smacks it off the hamstring of Emmington. It comes back out with Faulkner. It's a scuffed cross, but it's worked. Harry Sawyer and Charlie Shaw with a deft effort. Curls away from the far post. And March at the moment all at 6s and 7s. And Wolves have scored that penalty through Hwang. It's now Wolves 2, West Ham 0, and Brighton have taken the lead through Geronimo Ruta at home to Burnley. And a big goal in the playoff race here in the United Counties League Premier Division South. Hinckley 0, Ainsbury 1. So Hinckley losing at home to Ainsbury in a match which, on paper, they should be winning. Here's Sam Green. It's falling from the sky towards Ruben Marshall, and great defensive awareness from Adam Marston. Nod it back to Moore with Sagwim in a dangerous position. Luke Downs behind to Harry Sawyer. Sagwin closing off the avenue with Adam Miles, so it's back with Moore. Morley. Cody Mullen, outstretched leg from Allen. Takes out the United number 11. Fraser takes a short one back into his defensive zone. Sawyer receives from Miles. Fraser a little more central than he's used to. In the centre circle, you can't get more central than that. Down to Sawyer. Coventry have got to make hay while the going's good. They've controlled the vast majority of this first half, but who knows when that domination will end. They need to make it count on the score sheet. Miles urged to travel. It's a long one over the back towards Ryan Harkin, but Danny Emmington nods it to Brumby. The whistle stops play. Emmington looking for options upfield. It's been a scarce afternoon for Ruben Marshall and his attacking counterparts. Face off the heel of Sagwim. A wicket from Harry Sawyer. Allen turned away by Adam Miles. Throw in just down line from the Coventry penalty area and quickly taken by Brumby. Gets it back from Tate. Foy. Plays a 1-2 with Tate. And now Sagwim's got a little pocket of space to work with here. It's Sagwim! Down low, both hands to it, Dan Moore, and the second strike from Toby Allen causes Moore no problems. Oh, the next time we're here on CUTV, we're back at the Butts, a run of 5 straight home matches kicking off today. The next sees the visit of Leicester Nirvana. Frustrating day in Leicester earlier in the season, a 0-0 draw with the side currently firmly in mid-table. Booted up from the defence. And nowhere to go for Cavan King. Has to curl it out on that far side into the away technical area. And you have to think that the March management would not be happy with what they've seen so far. It's a nonchalant throw down the wing by Fraser to Steph Morley. And Harry Sawyer is calling for it. Morley does his best to oblige it. It's a neat ball. Now Sagwim is covering him off. Devoyle takes over. And Coventry can set up again. Luke Downs to Charlie Shaw, now Morley. And again, Coventry going for the Hail Mary over the back line. Danny Fraser, the defender, got in the way and just touches it back to Jonah Gill. There's no doubt who they're going for. Ryan Harkin has been in insatiable form recently. 21 goals for the season, including that strike earlier on. Coventry controlling possession, waiting for the right moment to strike. Morley caught out Fraser with that long ball, and it's headed away by Green. Tate. And Sam Green looking towards Ruben Marshall. Adam Miles got there first and was under pressure from Marshall, but with a bit of help from Downs, he is able to calm things down. Luke Downs through the blue sea there, and Charlie Shaw, the offside flag is up against Ryan Harkin. Well, Faulkner saying, oh, I wasn't offside. Harkin was interfering with play. Hemmington, it's a long one towards Toby Allen. Sagwim. And the flag is up against Florian Sagum as he tried to drill it, deflected into the area. And Adam Crosby-Smith, the referee, pointing out the location where Moore should take it. He plays it across his back line to Morley. Closing in on half-time here on CUTV. I know you lucky ducks are all tucked up at home in the warm. Well, the rest of us have got to try and find a warm drink at the break. So we'll be taking a 10-minute break. We've just been muting the microphone, so come back here for 4 o'clock with a glass of something. Florian Sagwim march now, trying to find their feet. Sagwim couldn't find a blue shirt in the area. The cross flies over everyone and at the other side via a Coventry United deflection. And United don't seem to know, and I join them in this, they don't seem to know where that deflection came from. And March now with an opportunity with the throw-in. And Green is calling for Cavan King to take this throw-in. He duly obliges. If United can get into half-time with a 1-0 lead, I wouldn't say Terry Hunter will be satisfied, but they'll have something to build on in the second half. It's a towering header by Adam Miles, but nodded back out by Green. Second cross from King, cannons off Luke Downs. And the referee had to duck for cover as the deflection sent it straight towards his head. Charlie Faulkner getting in the way. And another throw right in the corner. And King has to head off into the snow to go and get that ball. This weather is supposed to be around for the next week, so hopefully by the time we play Leicester Nirvana next week, it will have warmed up a tad. The throws in from King, another competent defensive header from Miles. Forced out to the halfway line. Brumby. And Sagam trying to get on the end of it with a foul by, I think, Toby Allen got a little too physical there. There's a brief delay as Steph Morley is readjusting his boots. We're back underway with the free kick, and Charlie Fuller's gone down with a head injury. He went for an aerial battle with Emmington. And as we said earlier, every little nick, every touch, every smack is going to hurt that little bit more. And it will be a drop ball. Now that Faulkner is okay, he didn't need the intervention of Lucy Stead, the United physio, so we'll be able to get things underway again. Fraser sends a high one towards the now recovered Charlie Faulkner, touches it on, tries to send it flying over the keeper, but he sent it flying over the goal instead. Into the closing minutes of the first half. And United maintain their 1-0 advantage. But March have enjoyed a better spell in the last 5 minutes or so. Here's Mullen. Shaw is making the run down the left-hand side. Charlie Shaw has got on the end of it, covered up by Sam Green. He's got reinforcements. Inside to Riley Devoyle. Devoyle with nowhere to go. Get some help from Shaw. Everyone back for March. They can ill afford to concede again. Lets it roll to Mullen. And now Faulkner, charged down by Emmington, his old sparring partner. And now Brumby on this near side should deal with it, and does. Downs keeps the move going for Coventry. Emmington heads as far as Downs again. Downs' header mopped up by Brumby. Emmington now with Gill, closed down by Charlie Faulkner, and a swing at it by the goalkeeper. Plays March into all sorts of problems here. Ryan Harkin on the edge of the area is Charlie Faulkner now. Now Luke Downs, that failed clearance, giving Coventry United another bite of the cherry here. Faulkner. And the crossfield ball was headed away by Green. Morley. Going to set United up again. A tangle of legs with Danny Fraser, and the free kick given. Joe Nagel with what could be the final move of the half. Easily turned away by Morley. Sawyer thumps it clear. And Charlie Faulkner gets there before the ball crosses the line. Brumby gets his body between player and ball and should shepherd it back home. Still going Brumby and tries to play it out off Charlie Faulkner for the goal kick. He only gets the throw though. Remington's throw, one in the air by Mullen. Time ticking on in the first half. There can't be much left. And Toby Allen passing to the invisible man with that one. Straight out for the goal kick. Referee checks the watch. Still play continues. And the referee brings the whistle to his lips and ends the first half here on CUTV. A first half which Coventry United end in the lead through Ryan Harkin's early strike, his 21st of the season. Oh, beaming smiles around the Butts Parkery, although I wish one or two would keep their mouths shut once in a while. That's Coventry United lead by 1-0 at the break. Go and get yourselves warm. We're off to get a cup of tea. And we're on the way with the second half here on CUTV. Half-time score, Coventry United 1, Marchtown United 0. Another 45 minutes of action coming up here on CUTV. A big second half for the red and greens, and the railway end now where the sun was setting in the first half. Coventry United kicking towards that end now, and the sun has now set beneath the horizon, so Coventry shouldn't have too many problems heading towards that end of the park. But with March now without that blinding sun in their face, will they be able to come back and get a share of the spoils? Here's Rio Henson trying to get them straight onto the front foot, and a high boot as March were looking to prize their way through a United backline in the area, and it was Luke Downs, I believe, who went down. Coventry United have the free kick. It's quickly taken to Harry Sawyer. Sawyer looking for Harkin down the right touchline. Harkin with the chest control. Flicks on towards Charlie Shaw. Headed away by Sam Green. He's playing a more central line at the moment. It looks like Rio Henson's now switched to right back. Here's Faulkner. Pumped away by Sam Green, and now the chase is on down the left-hand side. Ruben Marshall's up there. United trying to shield it back, and they have them. Back to Dan Moore. Quickly distributes to Adam Miles, who sends it soaring out to the right despite the best efforts of Charlie Faulkner. The throw taken along the left touchline by Brumby. Bounces in and bounces out. Poor throw from Brumby. It's upfield towards Cody Mullen. Green gets his bonce on it, and now trying to help her out wide. March on the march in the early minutes. United prize it away. Shaw harking the target, but it's ended up with Emmington at centre back. Henson with red shirts all over him, and still going Rio Henson, and there was a little drag on the shoulder there from Danny Fraser. It's booted out by Cody Mullen. United wanted the throw-in for themselves. They're not going to get it. And the throw in the hands of Danny Emmington. Down the touchline to Green. Hooks it in. And it's a trickling effort of the boot of Toby Allen. Easy pickings for more. So was looking for Harkin. And March started the first half well. They're doing the same in the second. And Sagwim caught between a rock and a hard place there. And Rio Henson is having a bit of a stretch as well. He seems to be struggling a little bit. And Sagwim is in need of some help, I believe. He stayed down. Is the physio needed? The March physio is ready if warranted, but Segwim has got of his own accord. And it will be a free kick towards the left, halfway between halfway line and box. And it's going to be a long thump in from Danny Emmington. The skipper stands over it. Can he inspire his team to an equaliser? It's a header by Ruben Marshall. Again, Dan Moore equal to March's efforts. And the boot from Moore. Right of all the attempted targets, and Green. Coventry United have the corner, and Green is saying that Devoyle got the last touch. He was trying to play it out off Devoyle. I didn't see a United touch there. So Coventry have the corner. DeVoe towards that near post. Emmington nods across. Now Sagwim will be able to sprint clear. Florian Sagwim. And caught from behind by Adam Miles. Still going Sagwim. Eventually runs out of road. And played back to Moore by Harry Sawyer. But under pressure, has to chip it away from Rio Henson, and on the edge of the Coventry penalty area, March have a throw. This is a good start to the second period for the away team. Knocking it around this near side of the park, Coventry trying to keep March out. Green, snuffed out by a combination of DeVoe and Mullen, but Henson shielding from Mullen. Green. Tate in trouble, and United have forced the error. The ball from Foy. Wayward on this near side, and Coventry will regroup. Here's Dan Moore. It's towards Harkin on the left. Towering above the rest is Emmington. Tracking back is Tate. Brumby at left back. Forced home to Gill. A swift clearance from Jonah Gill. Sawyer brings it to feet. Now Danny Fraser. Coventry struggling to break March down in the early minutes of the second half. Shaw. And now Mullen looking to play through. Charlie Faulkner barged out by Emmington, but they will get the throw in, Coventry United. There is a March player in some need of help, I think. Is that Ben Tate? Is it? No, it's Matt Foy. And the quick throw in taken before the players were ready, really. And it's in towards Cody Mullen. Sends it well over from a promising position. The referee in no uncertain terms telling the March midfielders, I think that's Matt Foy, any more lip, you are going for a sin bin. We have seen a couple of sin bins this season. Some referees like to use them more than others. And Jonah Gill rallying his troops towards the right side. Here's Allen. Cuts inside on Luke Downs. Toby Allen looking for Florian Sagwim. And here is the pacey winger taking on Harry Sawyer. Sagwim's got away here. Pulls it behind. And a crucial diversion from Adam Miles, poking it out of danger. And out the other end, Faulkner gives chase. Charlie Faulkner charges down the attempted clearance. He feels he should have had a throw level with the opposition penalty area. Referee does not agree. And Kevin King has got the better of Faulkner on that occasion. He's still pleading with the referee. And it's going to fall on deaf ears, I think. And the throw from King down the left. Head on towards Toby Allen. Florian Sagwim using that scintillating pace. He's got a man on the opposite side in Rio Henson, with a free kick given. Adam Miles just beating Sagum to the punch and hitting the deck. And Lucy Stead is going to be needed here. A reminder of the substitutes for Coventry United: Sam Ellis, Cameron Dunn, Stanley Jube, Lewis Wilson and Benji Adamarco, all attacking players. Charlie Faulkner can play a left back if they need reinforcements. Potentially push Luke Downs into central defence if needed. So we had 10 minutes of a second half, which so far has belonged to March, but it's still 1-0 to Coventry United. There's a prolonged Stoppage in play as Miles receiving treatment. Well, let's have a look through the Premier League scores if we can. Wolves are having an absolute field day at Molineux. They're leading by 3-0 against West Ham. That would be their first win of the season. And Brighton 2-0 up. And a former Coventry City loanee, Yassin Ayari, has scored for Brighton. 2-0 there against Burnley. And Miles is back on his feet, so we should be able to get going again in the games that have survived the weather. The games we've got updates on anyway. Hinckley still losing at home to Ainsbury, and Nuneaton now 2-0 up against Newport Pagnell, and Kyle Jardine continues his scoring run. He got the equalising goal against United last week. Miles is off the pitch for now due to the intervention of Lucy Stead. But he should be able to return momentarily, and he is trying to run it off. And Dan Moore gets the free kick taken towards the right side, and Charlie Faulkner is up. No one could get a touch on it though. It's all the way out, and Adam Miles gets the go ahead. Gingerly makes his way onto the pitch. Emmington. Crossfield ball. Henson gives chase. Rio Henson covered off by Fraser. That went all the way out. Frustration for the young winger. And I mentioned the substitutes for Marchtown United. Jack Saunders, James Hill Seekings, Liam Hook, Evan Watkins and John Paul Duncliffe. No sign of any activity on the bench just yet. But March have started the second half very promisingly. We've had 12 minutes. They've had a couple of efforts away. Coventry yet to really put any pressure on the March back line. And now Charlie Faulkner trying to find a route through. It's curled out by Brumby. And Mullen all the way to the byline. That will be a goal kick. Like that. Have you got the attendance? I haven't, no. Will you have it before the end? They don't usually give it to me, unfortunately. You have to speak to one of the stewards. They might have it. Who? One of the stewards, yeah. Thank you. Apologies for the little break there. Swing and a miss by Toby Allen. And now Shaw to play one through for Ryan Harkin. And Harkin's got there. Right side of the area, covered up by Brumby. Options in the area. Harkin to Shaw. And DeVoyle tries to get a little too far. Chip right by Mullen. Ryan Harkin drills it in. And Emmington has to act fast. Sagwim on the counter. It's a high one towards Ruben Marshall, but cushioned to the touchline by Miles. Gets it back from Luke Downs. Charlie Shaw. And will that be a mission too far for Charlie Faulkner? Yes, it will. All the way out for the goal kick. And change is afoot for Marchtown United. They're going to make their first change. And Lewis Wilson looks like he's getting ready too for Coventry. And Adam Miles has gone down again, and this is not good news for Coventry. They are going to make their first change in Lewis Wilson, but they are seriously low on numbers in terms of defence. Chris Cox with one more match after today, serving his 4-match suspension. Dan Cassidy still injured. So this back four that you see in front of you is literally all Coventry United have. Well, Lewis Wilson will be coming on, but the question is for who? You have to think it's going to be Adam Miles. They're going to have to put either Faulkner or Downs into defence. And it is the end of the afternoon for Adam Miles. And Lewis Wilson is going... He's not going centre-back, is he? I think he is. Lewis Wilson, the striker, is going to centre-back. Well, this is not a change I saw forthcoming. Well, Miles clearly couldn't continue, but I would have thought they would have put Danny Fraser at centre-back, perhaps. Lewis Wilson skims it out for the corner after the whip in from Henson. Well, I think we can call this tactic from the United manager unconventional. The corner to come from Liam Hook. March are on the march. Can they send their away faithful home happy? Well, not with a header like that. It's a poor effort up and into the hands of Dan Moore from Karen King. So you missed those changes. Matt Ford replaced by Liam Hook for Marchtown United, and Lewis Wilson replacing the injured Adam Miles, with the striker currently playing at centre-back alongside Steph Morley, which is not something that we saw coming. Sawyer's throw. Gets it back from Faulkner. United need a second goal here, and they're not going to get it there. Through ball down the wing to Charlie Faulkner, drifts out for the goal kick. And the media staff down on the touchline, having to try and keep their tootsies warm. It's a double soccer today. And if you got any thermal socks or underwear in your Christmas box, today's the day to use it. And quick thinking from Steph Mullins to head it back to Moore, with Marshall racing through to meet that long kick from Gill. But Coventry at the moment have their backs to the wall. They've got to try and find a way out of this little rot that they've been in. Morley. Dan Moore to Lewis Wilson, striding up from the back, and a barge from behind on Lewis Wilson. No doubt a free kick, but a yellow card is coming out too for Toby Allen. Unnecessary roughness, no doubt. Remember, the next time we're coming to you here on CUTV from the Butts Park Arena again. Next Saturday, 3 PM kickoff against Leicester Nirvana. Usual ticket prices apply: £7 adults, £4 concessions, £1 for under 16s. More activity on the March bench. They want more. A team in second place in the league. They need to pick up points to keep in touch with Nuneaton. And the free kick is towards Charlie Faulkner. Can he turn and shoot? It's Faulkner. Devoyle in there too. Everyone back for March. Devoyle again. And they've done enough. Cleared as far as Morley at the back for Coventry United. Dan Moore, one swipe with the boot. It's back into the final third for March. They head it on. Luke Downs towers above the March number 8. Mullen. Now Charlie Shaw in the centre circle. Whips it right. Harry Sawyer hassled and harried by Allen, who of course has to be careful now. He's on that yellow card. Shaw. And Harkin spots the run down the right-hand side of Harry Sawyer, and Sawyer's cutting in. It's Harry Sawyer for Coventry United. Tries to sneak it in at the near post, but it hits the side netting. 25 to go. Coventry United maintain their 1-0 advantage through Ryan Harkin in the first half. And another change for March. So James Hill Seekings on for Rio Henson, who's had a profitable game today. Second change of the afternoon for March as the sun has well and truly set. We are now past the winter solstice, so the days will be getting longer, but we'll still be ending in darkness until probably March at the earliest. I mean, March the month, not our away game at March, which actually I think may well be in March. Oh, good bounce was Steph Morley. Sees it back to Dan Moore, scoops it over the midfield. Here's Emmington, the captain for Marchtown United. It's a high cross, brought down the edge of the area by Hill Seekings, and Dan Moore with a smart stop, but Ruben Marshall equalises for March. March's second half recovery finally pays dividends. Moore needed some help. After the initial save, it wasn't forthcoming. And now the Red and Greens have got it all to do again. The Hares spring back into life at the Butts Park Arena. It's 1-1. Goal for Marchtown United, scored by number 9, Ruben Marshall. And instantaneously, Coventry United have got a free kick halfway into enemy territory. Charlie Faulkner, I think it was, who was brought down. Danny Fraser with the free kick. Attacking enforcement on the bench are certainly going to be needed. The referee gives the go-ahead and Danny Fraser picks his target. It's in towards Charlie Faulkner, and look at that for a reply! Straight away! Cody Mullen in a sea of red and blue. Fraser's delivery, March couldn't get it clear. Or was it Charlie Faulkner? I'm not entirely sure who scored. Well, whoever got the last touch, Coventry United are in front again. And Newport march straight off the other end. Marshall over a kick from Steph Morley. It is Cody Mullen who scored. Wilson flicks it away. And now Charlie Faulkner out wide with Cody Mullen. Looks for the through ball to Charlie Faulkner. Goal for the Red and Green, scored by number 11, Cody Mullen! Oh, look at that. Shaw trying to cut out Gill. Long range effort. Remind me of Xabi Alonso against Luton way back when, but Gill was equal to it. Oh, Cody Mullen. His second Coventry United goal. They've both come at home. Crossing it through a congested penalty area. Instantaneous response for the Red and Greens. Hook. And just getting above Toby Allen was Steph Morley. And Riley DeVoyle urged to head into the corner and stop the short routine. It's Liam to hook it in. And Dan Moore to bring it down. Rolls it left. Luke Downs caught like a hare in the headlights. And Ruben Marshall whipped in from the right, and Morley again with the clearance. Hook hits it back in towards Sagwim, and Lewis Wilson. Firm clearance. Will make a defender out of him yet. And the throw taken well out of position there from Cavan King. Referee says it's fine. Gill. It's headed up in the midfield by DeVoyle. Here's Charlie Shaw. And Mullen sending Faulkner down the right. Charlie Faulkner gives chase. A little barge into the shoulder. And Faulkner's got the better of Brumby momentarily, but Brumby able to snatch it back. It's a real war between those two in the corner. And the foul given in favour of Brumby. Nudge from behind from Faulkner. And I think the Red and Greens are about to make another change. Is that Sam Ellis who's coming on, is it? No, it's Cameron Dunn. So Cameron Dunn will be coming on for the Red and Greens. It's been a rather barren couple of weeks for United's vice top scorer, and Riley DeVoyle is going to be the man making way, but it will have to wait for now. So United thinking the best form of defence is attack. So we've got 17 minutes to go at the Butts Park Arena. Coventry United 2, Marchtown United 1. And Jonah Gill gets us underway again with a free kick. Who will claim it? It's bouncing around the middle, and Mullen surges onto it. Riley DeVoyle, harking down the left-hand side. He's got Charlie Shaw with him. Tries to dink it into the path of Faulkner, but out comes Gill to claim. Oh, and the whip down the right from Hook actually hits Danny Fraser in the back. And out for the throw-in just into United turf. And Hook takes the throw-in out of position. And now the substitution will be made. Substitution for the Red and Greens. Please show your appreciation for number 8, Riley DeVoyle. His replacement, number 14, Cameron Dunn. So Cameron Dunn on for Riley DeVoyle. Job well done for the skipper. And United know they need a third goal. Oh, and it's scooped over to Dan Moore, just brought under control. Toby Allen trying to loop it over the United number 1. And it bounces back to Emmington, who heads into the grasp of Jonah Gill. Gill. And Marshall beaten mid-air by Danny Fraser. It will bounce out towards his near side. Cameron Dunn thought he kept it in, but it's just edged over the line. And in fact, it's been given to Coventry United, and Emmington is not having the rub of the green with the official today. And Danny Fraser takes the throw. Mullen looks to return to sender, but first to it is Allen tracking back. Cody Mullen switches the play, but no one home for the red and greens. Now it's with Florian Seguim. And Mullen looking for the ball over the back line, but no one home. And Gill. Wilson was up for it, and Steph Morley dealing with it at the back for the red and greens. Seguim. Just stacking everyone back, and they've dealt with it. Luke Downs along the right. Kevin King sends it high into the setting sun. And clearly a free kick there. Cody Mullen. There was a forearm in the back from Sam Green. Free kick in the centre circle for Coventry United. They are nearly there. This will be a massive victory for Terry Anderson and his men. 13 to go. But of course they are playing with only one recognised centre-back. Lewis Wilson put at the back for his height. It's working so far. Steph Morley clips it right. Now Sawyer. Back heel to Mullen. And Green again, and Sam Green is losing his head in a big way. Here's a yellow card for Green. The United fans wanted a different colour. One matching their shirt. And March ready to make change number 3. So Danny Fraser sets up. A third goal would surely be the clincher. Fraser on set-piece duty once more. Wilson was up there and nodded clear. And now Florian Seguim tries to get March rolling. And this time it's Coventry United who fall foul of the referee. And a yellow card for Danny Fraser. Another change for March. So Stanley Jube comes on for Ryan Harkin. And it will be Mullen, Faulkner and Dunn who stay up front now. Moore. March urging the referee to get Coventry United started quicker, and the goal kick flies over Charlie Faulkner's head. Emmington looks for Brumby on the left flank, and here is Adam Brumby. Has to turn away from Dunn. Now Jonah Gill threads it through the middle to Hook. Pumped away by Emmington. March have brought on reinforcements. Will there be enough? Hook avoids capture from Stanley Jube. Back heel from Hook. And now taking over is John Paul Duncliffe. Marshall the target, but too close to Steph Morley. Now Danny Fraser. Coventry have got to try and dictate the pace of this game. Cavan King, it's deflected out off Charlie Faulkner. Emmington just makes sure. The Red Green Army backing their boys. They're going to need their 12th man in the closing stages. They could do with a 12th man on the pitch at the moment. Emmington, the skipper. Now playing in what looks like a back three for March. Evan Watkins looking for Sagwim. Crucial header away by Harry Sawyer, but the second's collected by James Hill Seekings. And the cross was in towards Toby Allen. Steph Morley heads it behind for the corner. 5 to go. No one's making for the exit just yet. Hook. Nodded across the box by Danny Fraser. Emmington sends the seconds in. This time it's Downs with the headed clearance. Duncliffe. Emmington again. Cross by Emmington. Downs again. Getting his head to it. Wilson drills it clear as far as Evan Watkins for March. Now Hook. Brumby. Asking too much of Sagwim, but Seekings should get there. He does right on the touchline. He's got a job on his hands now. Sandwiched between two United players. Now trapped in the corner. Down line towards Sagwim. It looked like it went out to me. And the effort bounces past the post from Evan Watkins. And Benji Adamarco will be coming on. Well, there was I think we caught a slight delay in Charlie Faulkner leaving the field, wanting to lead the long way, but eventually he was told, no, you're going off the short way. And Benji Adamarco comes on. In what is United's 4th change. Dan Moore. Adamarco heads on. Hook prevents Jew from making inroads. Adamarco down line. Mullen. Charlie Shaw was the target. And now Liam Hook. Marshall gives chase to that long ball. Morley should see it out and does. It's a tense crescendo at the Butts Park Arena. 2.5 minutes of normal time left. United have to keep working. They have to keep grafting. Adamarco beaten mid-air by King, but the seconds fall to the feet of Cody Mullen. On the slide, tries to play it through the back line, but it's gathered by Jonah Gill. And Gill down the middle. Emmington's not happy with the ball. Hook. And Sandy G winning that aerial duel. Emmington sends it firing into the sky. Sagwin backing into Harry Sawyer, and Coventry have got the free kick. Every decision matters now for the Red and Greens. While there have been no further goals in the other two games, Hinckley still losing at home to Amesbury. Nuneaton 2-0 up against Newport Pagnell. And Dan Moore taking his sweet time. March want the hurry up. More down the right. Brunby's header. Charlie Shaw couldn't find a red shirt. Here's Hook. Cameron Dunn tracking back and has won it back for Coventry. Here's Luke Downs. Shaw and Adamarco wants it played through. Still going Charlie Shaw. Shoulder to shoulder with Liam Hook. The cross is put in. It's headed out by Emmington. Duncliffe. And a failed counter for March, intercepted by Danny Fraser. And Adamarco chases this towards the near side of the field. He couldn't get there in time. And a quick throw by Emmington. Now Hook. I mean, they're sending Cavan King further upfield. Yes, they are. They're sending Cavan King up front with Hook now at centre-back. And here is King. Danny Fraser up for it, and he's made contact with Ruben Marshall stretching to poke the ball away. March with a crucial free kick. There will now be a minimum of 4 minutes added time. 4 minutes added time. So as you heard, 4 minutes of added time for United to see this out. Can they do it? It's in by Hook, and they've scored, but it's been disallowed. March thought they'd stolen it. The ball sent flying over the head of Dan Moore, but the whistle had already blown for a foul. And the jubilation turns to silence behind the goal, where the March fans are housed. Emmington heads from behind Benji Adamarco, and I'm not entirely sure who March were looking for there, but it's all the way out for a goal kick. The Red and Green Army are starting to believe. They're starting to believe their boys can do this. Against a side second in the league, and for more than half an hour without Adam Miles, no Chris Cox either. They've had Lewis Wilson playing at centre-back. This would be a famous win. But they're not there yet. Charlie Shaw just punting it towards the March end of the field. They just want the ball as far away from their goal as they can get it. We've had 2 minutes of the 4. And Adamarco is onside. He's got the pace. He's got the pace. Has he got the finish? No, he takes it too close to Gill. And handing the back by Cody Mullen. Free kick in the centre circle. Cavan King doing his job. Well, Gill tempted to head up himself. We saw Dan Moore in the danger zone when United were in this position last week. He almost set up an overhead kick for Wilson. Everyone in and around the penalty area now. It's Hook with the delivery. Sagwin couldn't judge the bounce. It's a goal kick. So Cody Mullen, the man of the match for Coventry United. Question is, will he be a man of the match in a winning team? Needless free kick given there. Cameron Dunn a little too excited. We're in the last minute. Last minute of added time. And Marsh tried to take the free kick too quickly, wasting precious, precious seconds. They've got to get it upfield. Wilson. Elder win the ball in the air from that long ball from the back. And they're trying to play it through for Benji Marco again. But tracking back is Evan Watkins. Here's Gill, the number one. The referee's whistle stays silent. There's another 20 seconds to go. And the free kick as Luke Downs tried to boot the ball clear. He ended up connecting with the head of Cavan King. And it's a free kick in a very dangerous position. Well, Gill is staying back, as is Brunby. Fingernails at a premium at the Butts Park Arena. The nerves are out of this world. It's Liam Hook to save a point for March. And it's gathered by Dan Moore. That should be it. That should be it. Referee gives the countdown. And Moore's kick. Stanley Jube is chasing it. There's a collision between Jube and Brumby. And out comes Jonah Gill. Gill gets there first, and now Gill taken out by Jube. United doing everything they can to slow March's momentum. No yellow card. But we've now had 5 minutes of added time. We're a minute over. The referee allowing one more chance, and Emmington, the ball's rolling, he can't kick it yet. And the ball now out of position. The United fans in uproar. They want the game over with. Emmington with the free kick. And the referee blows the whistle. They've done it! Coventry United against all odds have held on. They just failed at the last hurdle against the league leaders last week. But the team in second place, that's a whole different story. Coventry United start 2026 with a dramatic victory. Still without their skipper Chris Cox. Without Adam Mars for majority of the second half. With striker Lewis Wilson at centre-back. Being pegged behind. Being pegged back. And then instantly replying through Cody Mullen. Terry Anderson has got something special out of these boys. And they deserve the adulation of the Red and Green Army today. The final score here at the Butts Park Arena. Marchtown United 1, Coventry United 2.